and welcome. My name is Rachel.
My name is Brandon.
And I'm Ashley, and we're Chat Rollette, where we roll and chat.
Every week we talk about a new topic that's decided by the roll of a d20 and our rolling table of topics.
And today, you're telling us about yourself. So let's roll.
5 years from now, I'll be doing stuff.
Yeah, that was a fun little interview question.
Yeah.
Thing.
I do a lot of
Question.
those recently.
Tell me about yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a way to formalize that answer that makes it much easier to succeed. But yeah, sometimes I'll just be like, hey, how's it going? They're like, it's going so good. I'm an educator. And I'm like,
And I'm like, whoa,
I just want to know how you're doing.
Yeah, just tell me about your journey a little bit.
And then I just want to see how's your day been?
How's your day? Yeah.
I was like, it's 4:00 on a Friday and you chose this time slot. How's that going?
Well, and also it's different asking the question, how are you, versus tell me about yourself.
Yeah, oh yeah, big time.
Different answers.
Yeah.
Different answers. You just go, yeah, I'm doing okay. Just, the sun is shining or not.
Or not.
And I'm awake, aware, alive, enthusiastic.
Yeah, my favorite was this one I talked to the other day who was like, things are good. I could retire any second. I was like, love that for you.
Yeah.
I was like, what's that like? She's like, freeing. And I was like, good.
Ugh, I love that for her. I wish I could retire at any second.
There's apparently this thing in certain places and states where you can pay toward your retirement. So you can add time to your years served so you can retire early.
Oh.
So if you're
that's interesting.
able to, you can do that. And so
because
you can retire relatively early.
Because you can pay to your retirement, but it's just paying money to yourself.
Yeah, that's your retirement fund. This is she's paying towards years of service.
That's wild.
I have my pension.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that.
I still get...
I did a lot of research on that in the past couple of weeks, so...
No, you're okay.
No, go.
I still get random bank statements from my teaching job because at that point I had a random saving retirement account and it'll be like, it's down 18%, and I'm like, cool. I didn't do anything.
Have you considered merging that fund into any funds that your new job has?
Yep.
Have you started that process?
Nope, because my new job doesn't have any of those.
They don't. Your new job doesn't have any of those?
Welcome to small time nonprofits, baby.
That's wild.
Yeah. So I'm in control of my own. Yeah.
That's cool though.
Which I'm handling and doing. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's not through my job.
See,
Plus, I'm gonna open up another one soon. Probably at minimum by the end of this year. I'm gonna open one up.
And I have one that I haven't contributed anything to, but my employer contributes for me.
Yep. That's so normal.
It's not normal for most jobs, but for our jobs, very normal.
I mean, it's normal for us to not contribute money to things at this point.
Yes, sorry, that is true. No, true. But
where do I have extra money?
But that's why it's so nice that my employer.
I just don't see it. I just say go away.
The benefit.
Yeah.
Well, that's why my employer is so nice. Is that I'm like, oh yeah. I just have it. It's like I got a raise.
Yeah.
Except I don't see the money until later.
Which is probably for the best for
Which
all
is
of us.
really good for me.
I just crack up because for several years when I would be working, especially when I was working as a teacher, my friends would be like, or some of my friends would be like, yeah, you could invest in this. And I was like, I love that you think I have extra money to invest in things. I don't even know what that means.
Anyway, but that's not what we're talking.
Silly.
We're talking about investing in people today.
Sure.
That's what interviews do. They invest time and energy in figuring out if this job is the right for you. And we've been talking about employers. Guess what? This time around, we're the employers.
I also regularly am an employer in my real life at this point.
I know. So
which is fun.
I did an interview process in my job too.
Yeah.
I just didn't talk about it.
I've been part of interviews.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
Multiple, actually.
Yeah.
You're just more of a supervisor.
I just hire them.
You do it quite a bit.
And then manage them.
I
and all that
don't.
stuff.
So
yeah, we don't manage.
When I get to do that, it's very fun. It's very exciting.
Yeah, it is cool. It's a fun little experience usually, unless it's bad, and then that's not. But
some of the interviews are real bad.
Yeah.
What's your favorite worst answer from a person?
Interview.
I'd have to think about a favorite worst.
My favorite was somebody who basically said, "I don't see color," and I went, "Oh,
maybe you should."
Yeah.
My favorite. So again, I work with schools and teachers and former teachers and whatever, and so a lot of times we talk about families and how we get them involved and everything, and just there's a way to say that food gets people through the door because we know that's true.
Yeah, it incentivizes.
Food is a great motivator for
It's great for college students. It's great for high school students. It's great for elementary school. Every age of person in school, but also every adult will be like,
if
yeah,
you
food.
incorporate a snack, yeah, it's a great incentive.
Exactly. And this person just said something along the lines of, man, there's not a lot I wouldn't do for a hot dog. And I was like,
remember
wow.
you
I was like,
telling me
yeah,
that.
I mean, hey, yeah, I mean, cool.
Rachel, what about you? What about the sacks of meat one?
Oh my, no. I won't disclose too much about what this actual interview was like, but this was like a second round. And like in our professions, when you get to the second round, sometimes there's like a presentation aspect
There
of
can be, yes.
and so this person had a presentation and they were making some analogies and they were trying to demonstrate specific things about this, thing. About this topic. And they they go to the next slide and just, it's a full-on statue from Greece of a naked woman.
Great.
Being and it's the famous statue that depicts sexual assault.
Cool.
That's really fun. That like just no primer, no like, hey, remind her. And the justification of why it was in there is like, well, I just really like how this statue is flesh on flesh. And it just depicts that so well. And I'm like, okay, sure, but also you're in a group of people that you do not know and you're depicting sexual assault via statue. And then in the same process, a few slides later, just repeatedly saying, like having the existentialism of like, oh yeah, well, we'll all die someday and these are the things that last. But instead of saying it that way, saying, we're just a bunch of sacks of meat.
Never been more true.
And I'm like, yeah, I understand the point.
She's
but
hired.
like it was like a professional position, full time, like.
And now they're your boss. So
They're not.
They're not.
No, that person did not.
No, this person did.
They're my boss. I hired them. Yeah.
It
We
was
consult
just,
with them. Yeah.
I forget what the statue is called.
I
thought-
think it's some. I don't. It's fine.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
thought
think
you
it
were going to
is.
say they called the statue a sack of meat. And I'm like, well, that's just factually untrue.
Here's what it is.
Statue.
Trigger warning. I'm not trying to make any people feel uncomfortable. It's the rape of Proserpina.
I've probably seen it. I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever seen
it's
it by name.
it's a famous Grecian statue, and it's
Fun
not
word.
like, but it's like
Oh, yeah.
she's not consenting,
Certainly not.
and that's all we need to know.
That's all we do need to know.
They have
I
great
won't-
hair, though.
Yeah, and she's just naked and he's gropey.
Yeah.
And she's zoomed in on her butt specifically.
Yeah, that one's used a lot, and that's why I know it because the indents and stuff
Yeah,
like that. Like
It's a famous
stylistic
one,
thing.
but
Yeah.
also you could have chosen literally any
literally
other
anything
thing.
else.
My
There are plenty of other statues where people touch.
My coworker who was also watching that was like, you couldn't have just like shown like any veiled statue where they also have the features of the face. That's equally exciting.
You could have just not found another extended metaphor to use.
Period. So
So
many other
true.
metaphors could have been
Yeah.
used. But yeah, just, don't do anything that might be, I don't know, triggering to anyone in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know who's in the room.
Anyways, we're here to do our own silly little interviews and make it funny. Because there's so many bad ones.
We're supposed to be funny.
Hate to break it to you.
Ooh, okay, I'll try.
It's part of my qualifications. I
Yeah,
don't know
you
about
do it
Rachel's.
well.
Don't worry, my looks will carry us through.
Thank you. This
I'm
is
funny
the,
looking.
All right.
the green silly
You want to
couch.
explain how the game works?
Okay, so we're gonna roll to see who. Every one of us will rotate, but essentially there's gonna be an employer, and then there's gonna be two. Well, we'll roll in a second.
I just rolled.
There's gonna be an employer, and then there's gonna be two candidates, and the employer's gonna draw a card which has a job title on it. They also have everybody, regardless of who they are, has a set of cards that have different qualifications or characteristics
Quirks, if
of
you will.
who they are. Yeah, quirks of who they are. And the people who are candidates have to incorporate two roll cards or two types of cards into their little pitch. They're gonna have a pitch for like, I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes max. We'll do multiple rounds of this, and then After hearing the candidate's pitch, then the employer throws in a different characteristic that is like throws a wrench into things in their interview, and they have to seamlessly weave that into why they are a good candidate.
But we also don't know what the position is.
Exactly. And then the employer will determine who gets the point, and whoever has the most points at the end of this game wins.
Great.
What's the prize?
We'll determine that on Patreon for secrets.
Can't wait.
Which, by the way, link in the description. Join us on Patreon for more content, because we often have a plethora of content. We do like produce a lot of content.
You some content.
And since Meep is editing this one, Meep will try and put point totals and also the characteristics on the screen as they come up.
Are we taking off our headphones and you're like
whispering in the mic and be like, "This is the job
Oh,
position."
that would be good.
Yeah, I think that would be good for our audio.
Yeah, that'll be good for the audio listeners. And then I'll put little Meep will put little point tallies on the screen when appropriate. Cool? Okay. Who's going to be the employer
1, 2, 3,
first?
4, 5, 6. You.
Me.
You're
Brandon's going to be the
interviewer.
first interviewer. Okay, I'm
Okay.
going to deal our cards really quick.
Yeah. We'll cut in a second.
I'm gonna randomly grab from the middle.
Okay.
Tee. Okay. And don't forget, let's put our used characteristics like in a pile.
Somewhere else, yeah.
Because I might take pictures of them. You get a stacky. You get a stack. And I get a stack. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Try and make up some questions that will help us.
Well, tell us what the thing is first.
You don't
No,
get to
no.
know what the job is.
We got to take off our thing and plug our ears because we don't get to know.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Wait, but we don't get to know the job, but we have to interview like
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what makes it fun.
But that's not the game. But we're making it the game.
We're making it the game.
I don't like that.
So we can
but
make
sure.
stupid things. So, like, if you have a yoga instructor, you gotta, like, the questions are like, oh, you
How
gotta
flexible
be really
are you?
how flexible are you?
Okay.
And then, like,
that
we
can
ha-
mean so many things.
You're gonna clue us in.
exactly.
You're gonna clue us in with okay.
I can't hear anything.
Can you hear this? They can't hear it. The job is ice cream maker.
Okay.
We're good? Okay.
Okay,
I
Brandon.
closed my eyes so I didn't read your lips.
What's your first question for us?
First question. Oh, first of all, thank you for being here today. I know how much
Hi.
time and energy goes into preparing for interviews,
Yeah.
and so I just really appreciate the effort that you bring to this
Yeah,
space and as
appreciate
well
it.
as the energy. I know that there are two of you applying at the same time, which is unconventional.
It's a group interview.
Yeah, please do not take this as a contest. There are multiple positions available.
Oh, okay, okay.
And so, like, you may or may not be qualified, and that's okay.
Okay.
We do have a job department who can help you.
Is
kind
this
of
an
route
entry level
to-
position?
Yes.
Okay.
And so we do have a job department who can, if you do not acquire this position, maybe help you transfer into a new one in the future.
Okay, great.
Exciting.
Regardless of that, we're very about equity here, and so like
We'll
wanna
talk
make
to
sure that-
HR.
I'm
Yeah.
so ready to, if not already be qualified, grow into this position.
Yes. Okay. So thank you so much. First question today is, how dexterous would you say you are with your hands on a
With my
typical day-to-day
hands?
basis?
Well, I usually carry with me a pair of brass knuckles, so I'd say pretty dexterous.
very good.
I would say I'm even more dexterous because I have to be because of this hook hand.
Oh,
I have a
yes.
hook.
Okay.
Very cool.
Okay. Good to know. Very
Also,
good to know.
I too
Nimble.
often with my brass knuckles wear braces like on my arms, so that's very helpful
for stability.
Yeah.
and
When you
things, too.
only have one appendage on your hand, you have to be able to maneuver it very well.
Yeah.
So
Follow
true.
up question real quick. Is the hook replaceable? Like, do you have other
Do you have attachments?
Yeah, there's
attachments that you use?
attachments.
Okay, cool.
This-
Not that
I
the hook
only
is
have
bad.
but I
Yeah.
only have the hook because I'm unemployed.
Of course. Absolutely. That makes total sense. Okay, and now there are a lot of different like receptacles that you could be using in this, but I would love to know like what your favorite is, or
Receptacles.
yeah, like things that would hold our product in different forms, in different ways. And so I'm
Hold it?
curious. Yeah, like it would hold, contain the product, and so you'd be responsible for packing the items into those receptacles. And so I'm curious, like how you would go about doing so, or what
I'll let
you can jump
Look,
into?
I'm really good at baking. I'm a great baker. Which will definitely be good in the office. But I think I have a lot of extra brownie tins because I make a lot of brownies.
Okay.
For my family. It's like a famous recipe. So I think a brownie tin would work if that's acceptable.
Yeah, we have brownie tins as well, so it's good that you have experience with brownie
Okay,
tins.
great.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much like excess or like trash or things, you know, that's often part of the hazard of most positions. And I just want you to know you don't even have to worry about that kind of thing, because I am a literal black hole. So just I am the receptacle.
Okay.
So I swallow it and my stomach is a black hole. It doesn't exist. I do not shit. My doctor has questions.
That's very cool. We do have a non-negotiable compensation structure, so unfortunately you will not get bonus for anything.
How's our health
like
insurance?
for getting rid of that, but
No, that's fine.
Okay, just
I'm
making
just
sure.
I
Yeah.
am like I need to be able to use this effectively.
Yeah.
In my last job wasn't super helpful.
Definitely we'll have purpose for that.
I do have a question
yeah, sure.
about the position, mainly for you, but also for me. I am severely broke. What are the benefits and what's the pay grade?
Great question. So this is an entry-level position. It
How many
is
how many qualifications are you using? You're only supposed to use 2.
I'm allowed.
You can use more if you want. I'm just saying you only have to use 2.
I used 4. I have 6 cards.
Okay, well I misdealed. Anyway,
okay.
continue.
I'm just
You want
gonna
one
throw
of
that one out.
No.
Okay. The benefits of this. It is an entry-level position. It is part-time typically.
Okay.
Where this lands. And so we do offer benefits if you reach a number of hours throughout the week. And we do try to make sure that you do hit those hours if that's important to you. We're not going to like short you a couple hours so you don't qualify. So if you're regularly hitting those numbers, per the guidance, you will receive health insurance.
Sick.
Does come with dental, which might be more important, but some would argue that health insurance is and dental insurance should be combined in the first place.
Well, I will say, for HR's purposes, I don't need vision insurance.
Okay.
Because I have X-ray vision.
Oh, that's good. That's
I don't
fun.
know if that's helpful.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of our product come in packages first, and
So I can see quality control.
exactly you'd be able to see right in there. You'd be able to see. You'd be able
I'm
to
your
see the
QC.
Little,
And if you don't like the product, in the black hole.
just shove it right in.
Exactly.
Okay. You mentioned secret recipes at one point too. I'm curious what kind of recipes you could bring to.
Recipes.
Yeah.
I mean, brownies are my main wheelhouse.
Okay.
But are there any that you're specifically looking for?
I mean, I'm just curious if like flavor profiles that you appreciate. And
You know, there's a lot of flavor explosions in this world, and I can diffuse any bomb. So
perfect. Are you?
literally and figuratively.
This is not a deal breaker, but are you at all lactose intolerant?
No.
You being a black hole makes sense.
You know why? Because I only eat hot dogs, and I'm really good at making hot dogs.
Oh. Okay, that is good to know.
Hot dogs.
We haven't thought about that yet, but maybe
Maybe? Okay.
something that
Maybe
we
a
could-
diversification.
something we could dive into.
I could be your hot dog expert.
Yeah.
I make brownies, so no.
Okay. Do
She's
you
got
eat
the
things
sweet-
other than brownies though?
That's my main wheelhouse.
Okay. So you only eat hot dogs and you
I
just
only
love
eat hot
eating
dogs, but
brownies.
it's not for the nutritional value. It's for the taste. Because I'm
Got
a black
it.
hole.
I just already have a famous recipe. I'd be open to exploring other recipes, but I just don't know them well.
Got it.
When I say I'm a baker, I only bake brownies.
Yeah, we do have a lot of recipes that we make, but a
okay.
lot of it is, it's there's instructions. so you
Chemistry.
can- yeah.
You know, I diffuse bombs.
Exactly.
So I know some other chemical processes.
Now to go with the hot dogs, it sounds like we're maybe a place that likes to consume, or people that like to consume our products in some way.
We'd like to believe so.
Yeah. How would you like to also have at your disposal the literal holy grail? I have it.
Oh.
It makes really great juice
Okay.
and also fountain drinks.
And fountain drinks. We don't do either of those.
I mean, if you're selling your product, though,
It could be a really complimentary pairing. What I'm saying is I have complimentary products to really help out with things.
Yeah, no, and that's really good and useful, and I can't think of a couple of reasons that might fit. But I just want to
Just letting you
it's
know,
not
I got
currently in
bring
system,
multiple
but
assets.
Well, we can bring it up. Now, I am curious how you managed to address our use of box wine.
It's in the grail.
Only in the Grail. Okay. Okay.
No, not
I've
only
tried
in the
it.
Grail. It makes it holy, so it's holy boxed
Oh,
wine.
interesting.
That's what Jesus had.
Okay. That's
his wine was boxed.
yeah. It's not what we
Not
had in mind
barreled?
typically, but that's interesting take.
Not
Yeah.
barreled.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I've tried it.
You've tried box
I
wine?
know how to do a slap bag. You know.
Have you made a box wine brownie?
Ooh.
That's. I think we could collaborate on
I think that could fit
Yeah.
into something. Okay. Great.
Who are you gonna hire?
Based on the qualifications, based on everything that's been said, I think that Ashley has more qualifications
Whoa.
and
Yay.
more of a diverse
For the
tool
position
set.
of.
For the position of ice cream maker.
Use my brass knuckles.
You
Turn
need
it real
yep,
good.
you can use your brass knuckles to chomp it and throw it. Rachel, unfortunately, you are a black hole and you only eat hot dogs. Therefore,
Well, then I won't be eating the product.
I know. Well, but sometimes you got to taste it to let know. You said you were
To let know.
You said you were quality control.
Hot dog water ice cream.
I could quality control that ice cream.
Yeah.
If it's a sorbet, get it out of here.
You can see the chemical compound on
Yeah.
the X-ray vision. Very
You
cool.
did it.
Okay, are we gonna
You
round
got a
robin
job.
it? Are we gonna round robin it?
I guess so. Which way?
Me.
Okay.
Oh, I need a new set of 5. Okay. Everybody, unplug your ears.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Take some time to think about what you're.
Well, I can't do both at the same time.
Okay. Okay. You guys can't hear me? Can't hear me? Okay. Hello, guys. I'm interviewing them on the job of cheerleader.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It just sounded like you were going bow bow.
Bow, 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 bow. That's what I am.
Rachel
What
looked
the-
at me and I went, "Is she saying the thing?"
Okay, thank you guys so much for coming out today. I know
Hello.
it's been a
Hi.
really long
Hi.
day.
I'm gonna replace this.
A long day of learning, a long day of just being in an institution for a while. So I'm really glad that you came out here this afternoon to really show us your stuff.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, can you please tell me how bold you can be?
How bold I can be.
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Like this position requires a lot of boldness. So I'm curious, give me an experience where you've been bold.
Certainly. Since I was very young, I've been training in a lot of different backgrounds, and I have been able to achieve a black belt.
Oh, okay.
So I'm used to, going after what I need to go after, making sure that I can get what I do, and practicing and honing my skills, and then also presenting those skills in front of an audience to prove the value that I can bring and prove that. And that takes a lot of audacity and boldness to
Okay.
make sure that you can be that present in front of a crowd.
Okay.
I think you should grab every day by the balls. And by doing that, I did a line of coke. I'm really high right now.
Okay. That may bring a lot of questions with it, but we'll go with it
feel
for
free.
now.
I'm an open book today.
Yeah. Can you maybe elaborate, like, beyond boldness, there's some other qualities that we might look for somebody who will be really successful in this position. One of which is we're curious how athletic you are.
Of course. That makes a lot of sense. Well, I have been belly dancing since I was really young. So along with the black belt training, my athleticism, I would say, is in the peaks. Like, I don't know about the rest of everyone here, but I could easily jump into any professional sport ever, and I could excel.
Okay.
I have many interests. One of them is my love of heights, unlike a fear of heights. So I do a lot of parkour, tightrope walking.
Okay.
Stuff like that. So yeah, I'm pretty
Parkour?
athletic.
Okay.
Parkour.
Okay.
While on drugs.
You never know.
Just
Grab the
high
day by
on
the
life.
balls.
And in a similar kind of realm, we also look for really positive people, like people who, even in the down, when they're super down in the dumps, they know how to bring a smile. Can you talk to me about how you brought a smile to your last position?
Certainly. So I, for a brief time, worked in a salon of sorts,
Oh.
and I always made sure to bring a smile to my clientele's face, whether that through the belly dancing or through some displays of karate, because that was what they asked for sometimes, because I talk about it a lot. But the number one thing that I did to make sure that my clientele always left with a smile was just give them good, a happy ending.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, bringing people a smile is just really listening to their inner voice or your inner voice or just the voices that you hear in your head. I'm a really good listener.
You have
I hear a lot of
voices in your head.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Very good.
So follow up to some of the things that have been mentioned. You mentioned happy endings. What
Yep.
kind of happy ending would you give to this kind of position?
Oh, to this one?
Mm-hmm.
I think, it makes a lot of sense that I maintain what I know and that I've been good there. So I'd still be really handy with as far as a happy
Okay.
ending goes. But all that to say that I am good with my hands, meaning I can support others. I can,
Okay.
I can be there to assist and to hold or to lift and carry things.
Okay.
And make sure that everyone feels,
Okay.
the good clamps that I have.
You've got good
What was
clamps.
the question again? I'm sorry.
That was to Brandon.
Oh.
What were your qualifications again? You have voices in your head. You're on coke, and
I have no fear of heights.
you have no fear of heights.
Yeah, I like to do parkour.
Oh, that's right. You do like to do parkour.
Cool.
Now, Ashley,
Yeah.
how do you feel about doing parkour in the outfit that we do?
That's fine. As long as it supports my heavy flow.
Okay. Now, the last thing I'll mention is that as a part of this position, you also need to all have man buns
Oh, okay.
in some way, shape, or form. So how does that feel?
That's fine.
I love wigs.
You love wigs?
Yeah, and so it can be a
Okay.
different man bun every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's for safety
I
mostly.
hoard
course.
different scrunchies day to day because I'm a hoarder, so I can dress it up really
Okay.
any way you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of hair accessories.
Do you have any other kinds of accessories?
Yeah, headbands,
Okay.
scrunchies, elastic bands,
Accessory to murder.
bobby pins. So many bobby pins.
Bobby pins.
Yeah,
Shout
they're
out
just
Bobby.
everywhere.
I thought they were. Oh yeah, Bobby. I don't know how to pronounce words. I think I've made a determination on who would be best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Brandon is gonna get the job.
Damn it.
As a cheerleader, because
Oh.
you did mention that you were pretty handy and
I
you
am.
could give a happy ending to our routine.
Did I say handy? I meant handsy. Just kidding. It was handy.
It was handy. And then you were really supportive. And a black belt means that you are pretty athletic.
Yeah, and belly dancing too. I can, I
Yeah. I mean, it's
Start
part
the
of it is
show.
dancing.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
You were pretty close.
I was pretty close.
especially with the coke.
Yeah, I
and
thought
the,
you had
and
me
the
with the
non-fear of
cocaine.
heights, I would have been a great flyer.
That's what I'm saying. I was just really excited. I mean, it was pretty close.
As long as it supports my heavy flow, is my favorite.
I was just
All right.
I really wanted to get into hey, you have to wear a skimpy outfit. Okay, I'm taking my headphones off.
Well, I'm not ready.
Oh wait, I need my cards.
Yeah, you need your cards.
Thank you for my cards.
Can you put this back? Thank you.
Incredible.
Hold on, I'm gonna.
Really developed over time in this one.
Okay, headphones off. The job they're interviewing for, is an astronaut. All right, you're good.
Okay.
Oh.
My profile is very particular here. I just want to show you these.
Okay. Very good. Yep. Uh-huh.
This
It
is a
appears we've swapped
particu-
cards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. Thank
Hi.
you so much for this very interesting interview.
Sorry,
we-
you're on mute. Could you
Unmute
unmute real quick? Like, we can't hear you.
Jesus.
We've all been there.
Anyways, you've gone through a very selective process. This is probably round 2, maybe round 3. And you seem to be the cream of the crop. So this is going to be a very important interview. Let's see. When it comes to this position, how comfortable are you in confined spaces?
Ooh.
Or being away from like isolation and confinement?
Hmm.
That's great. I'm so glad you asked that question today because I come to you with a lot of experience in the apocalypse. And so I am really used to being on my own and surviving and making sure that like whatever I need to get done, the needs that I have to accomplish are
Survivalist.
handled.
Very important for a job. Okay.
Okay. I just got really big balls.
It's
so
also very important.
I
You do
know-
have to be very brave.
I got the ballsiest balls of all the balls.
Mm-hmm.
And I can face any situation. I think I'll take it on.
Balls first.
Balls first. Balls deep.
What are your aspirations? We really ask for our specific candidates to really reach for the stars, nay, the moon. What are your current aspirations? Where do you see yourself in this position in like the next couple of
I see myself becoming a
months
beefcake
training? Beefcake? Okay.
Yeah.
Big balls.
Very cool.
with big balls.
Yeah, my current aspirations are to finish my associate's degree.
Very important.
Yeah, it is.
What's your associate's degree in?
I love that you asked that. It is it's in theater management,
What?
which may not be directly associated. I know, but
yeah, not directly, but you know, there's.
luckily-
have you taken any science courses?
of course, the science of
Important.
theater, the science of theater makeup,
Okay.
science of theater lighting. And then also, just while we're here, I do want to mention that I do qualify for affirmative action, so keep that in mind.
Oh, okay. All right.
As your
Affirmative action no
decision.
longer exists.
It does in this room right now.
All right. We're gonna put you through a scenario.
Cool. Yeah.
One of your coworkers comes out. They are an actual alien. What do you do?
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
First and foremost, I assess if they have a beard. Okay.
Okay.
If it can grow hair, I can relate to them.
Okay.
Okay. And then I see if it likes beer because this belly is currently a beer belly. And if I can take it out to beers, we're good.
Okay.
That's good. That's a great answer.
Yeah. I'm all about friendship here.
Yeah.
And I want to turn this beer belly into a beefcake.
Yeah, I'd say I'm somewhat of an alien myself in a lot of situations. I am ambidextrous, and so that's not normal for people. And so they see me using my right hand at one point, and then they switch to my left, and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! What just happened here? You're supposed to only have one good hand." And I say, "Well, sorry, I'm a little bit different than you." And so I can really relate to the actual alien that walks up and be like, "Listen, it's okay to be a little different. We can make sure that we're going through." I can also help them with their own affirmative action case.
I will ask. I do need to assess your physical fitness and ability to withstand physical demands, here on Earth.
As I told you, I have been working out to become the beefcake that I want to be.
Okay.
Okay, so I have been working out extensively. But I'm not where I want to be yet because I've had really bad luck.
Yes.
And you know, I've been working through that. So I just want some grace.
Okay.
This beer belly may exist, but underneath it, rock hard abs.
Totally. Could you repeat the question?
Yeah. What is your physical fitness, and stuff like that?
Got it. I do
Honor.
okay for myself for the most part.
Okay.
I think surviving the apocalypse definitely helped me a little bit.
Yeah.
Being ambidextrous helps. I don't have any asymmetrical moments. Like I'm equally balanced on all sides. I also do have an addictive personality though, and so when I find something that I'm interested in, I really latch onto it, and I'm really interested in this position. And so if fitness is something that I need to up, I'm happy to do so and dive all in.
Very cool.
And I'll also say, in a survivalist kind of situation, a beer belly is really great because I can eat my own fat.
Yep.
Internally.
Yep.
I see.
Survive a little bit longer.
Exactly. And then
let's
then
see.
it gets to the rock hard abs where I can then just rip apart an animal.
So true. With your abs. You
Exactly.
just capture them in between the abs
just
and you crush them.
shredded.
Yeah. You grab the animal and you grate it on your stomach.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, rock hard.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable with the idea of being away from your family and or loved ones for
What
extended
family?
periods of time?
Yeah, my family did die in the apocalypse, so
So did mine. I have
to-
really bad
yeah,
luck.
so-
Jeez.
yeah,
So
and
I'm
then-
fine.
and
Okay.
yeah, they also
do
didn't
you
like that I
have
was
any
ambidextrous.
support systems?
Do I have any support systems? These rock hard abs, baby.
Yeah, luckily
Okay.
I'm ambidextrous, so I can support myself from the right and the left.
Okay.
And
all
this
right.
beer in
All
my
right.
hand.
I think we'll
I brought one to the interview.
I think we're good now. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel great.
The position was an astronaut.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think Brandon's gonna win this because he's withstood the apocalypse.
You're
the
telling me
elements
my
of the
rock
butter.
hard abs
Plus,
underneath
he's
the
also
beer
an
belly?
alien, so we can study him.
Okay. Well, you didn't want the beefcake asper.
The beefcake was also good, but I think
It really comes down to a financial decision because when you're going to space, like every pound that you add on is like $1 million, and until you get rid of that beer belly, it's a risk analysis kind of question.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Brandon, you are now the employer yet again.
I have 6
Wait.
cards again.
I'm the employer?
Yes, it's going round robin. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh.
Sometimes
gave me
the
6
cards
cards.
the cards are sticking together,
just
so
put-
I'm
yeah,
so
just one.
sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, this is fun. This is fun.
Okay.
Okay, taking off
Yeah.
the headphones.
Whenever you're ready, remove your headphones, and I will whisper
Ashley,
the
you
job
only have
into
5,
the...
right?
I have I
Then
had
put one
7.
away.
She's looking. She's putting it back.
You can put 2 away.
You gotta stop holding on to your extra cards.
Okay. Oh, I got to take
Yeah,
off.
you're good. The secret job that we're hiring for this time is architect.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, sharks.
Welcome everybody today to
Hello.
the job interview. I'm really excited to have you all here. This is
Ashley's struggling.
this
Hold
is
on, my audio is not on.
Oh, no,
okay,
no problem,
great.
no problem, no
Yeah.
problem. It's hard in these interviews to get ready. It's okay. But welcome. I am happy that you're all here. This is the final round of this interview. Thank you for going through this 6-part interview process with us here today.
6?
Yeah, you will be compensated for your time today.
I had amnesia for the first 5.
It was rough, I know. But what I would love to hear a little bit about your process going from the ground up, starting.
Well, I just got my green card today, so that's been a process.
Very useful.
I've been from the ground up because I started on the streets.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I started on the streets and now I'm here.
That's good.
So
Okay.
I literally started from the bottom.
Very interesting.
Now I'm here.
Okay.
Ground up.
Cool. That's
Self-made
exciting.
woman.
Okay, so you got your green card. You started from the streets. Very
Yeah.
good. Very interesting. I would love to hear like what your how you feel like your general aesthetic is going to mesh with the company's kind of organizational goals and
Look.
our mission.
If you know me, you know I got a lot of grit. That's my aesthetic.
Grit.
I'm
Gritty.
hard.
Oh,
And in-
okay,
and in-
hard. Okay.
In a similar kind of vein.
Not physically. I don't have a penis, but
Well.
I do because I'm a macho man. My
Right.
penis is huge.
Shout out.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm macho.
Cool.
Macho.
Macho. Okay, I would love to hear if you have a little bit of experience on the internal aspects of what we also do, because I know a lot of the qualifications is working on the external situations and making sure that that's all set in place. But sometimes we do ask employees to go on the inside a little bit and see where they can add their little flair and their little panache.
Well, in my insides, I have an extra bone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm very equipped to look
Which bone
into
is it?
internal things.
Could we get inspiration?
Which
Yeah.
bone
it's
is
in
it?
here.
I didn't look where you pointed, so
Just right here.
okay.
Her abdomen.
That's funnier when I didn't know.
Well,
I was like,
in terms of making the magic happen
Yeah.
on the internal side, I just wave my magic wand
oh,
and it fixes itself.
that's very cool.
It makes it so that I can focus more on the externals most of the time, day to day.
Yeah.
But the internals still fixed.
I'm so
course.
equipped for
Magic wand.
internals. In order to look internally within a company, you need to look internally into yourself,
That's why I have a magic wand.
mentally and physically.
I'm glad you've read our website.
Important.
Uh-huh.
The values.
Yeah,
the
I'm glad you
values
read
and missions.
our values. Chad, who did come up with those, is really proud of them. Now, one question I do have about compensation is that because we do so well, we like to reward based on merit, and so our regular systems of compensation year over year are kind of lower than the average. So, are you okay with a 1% raise year over year?
Yeah, that's fine.
Knowing that you will also get other benefits.
That's great. I'm always going to feel guilty about it regardless
Got it.
because of my hard work.
I'm not, because I already have a boat,
a boat. Okay.
which means it's a houseboat, so I don't need to pay for rent. So 1% raise
Property
doesn't affect me.
taxes?
Did
Property
you
Don't
buy
know.
that or?
It was inherited.
Inherited. Okay, cool.
Inherited a house.
Do I know your family? Nepotism?
Probably. I'm a
okay.
Nepo baby macho man.
Good to know. Okay, cool. Is your dad's name's Randy Savage?
Maybe. You don't know.
Pretty cool. All right. Final question for this round. I would love to hear how you would implement our signature handlebars in everything that you do for this job.
Signature handlebars?
Yeah.
What handlebars?
Mhm.
I'm thrown off. I've been thrown off.
Those aren't real. It's a hallucination.
They most definitely are real. They're part of the website. And I would just manhandle them and like really grip on, just like I grip onto my mace.
Oh.
Yeah.
To your mace. Okay. Okay,
A
cool.
boat and a mace.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd make
really?
a commercial with them and have a mace to threaten the audience.
I'll just I'll use the handlebars and make them optical illusions. So
That's
that
fun.
way our marketing team will be really impressed.
Very cool. All right. Well, based on our conversation today, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Rachel, congratulations.
Yes!
This job is
Finally.
yours. Welcome to the architect team.
Incredible. I'm a macho man.
Mhm.
I got a big
That
old
means
penis.
you can do really well. I think what really sold it is your magic wand that you can
Yeah,
kind of just
just
wave
beep,
inside and
beep.
like give us all the internal stuff that we need.
Exactly.
You know, you can set the you can
Set the
stage the
tone.
house, you can paint the house quickly, like
Exactly.
all the stuff.
Well, that's
And
what
she has a
makes-
houseboat.
And exactly, you've got a houseboat, which means you know more about. You have a lot of broad experience.
Yeah.
Sad you didn't like our handlebars though. So every door handle.
Oh, I was like, what? I don't understand. That's in like curveball. You only need to do one.
I know, but it was funny.
It was.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
I love how all of these start with the same letter.
I know they should have been shuffled.
Yes. It's fine.
Oh, this is gonna be funny.
I don't know what that word
Oh.
means, but okay.
If you need to look it up, you can.
No, it's not a real word.
Just say the word.
Okay. Hi, friends. It's time for Rachel being the employer, and I'm interviewing for the job of archaeologists. Okay. Thank you so much for coming in today. I know that
Hi.
you've traveled far and wide
Yes.
to come for this interview. As you know, sometimes this position requires quite a bit of travel. So I'd love to talk about your comfortability with travel, and how you think you're gonna deal with that.
I'm great with travel as long as I have my cane.
Okay.
That's all I need.
Okay. It gives a particular vibe.
That's fair. Yeah. No, it's cool. I live with my parents, and so I have a lot of extra money to be able to go and travel. And also, I'm not too worried about like my homestead or making sure that that's handled. Like I'm ready to up and go at any point, just to kind of make sure we get the job done.
Okay. Follow-up question. So once you're in the positions that you're, traveling out to go and do, then sometimes this position requires a delicate touch.
Mhm.
You don't want to damage the goods.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like, what's your approach to not damaging the items that we interact with?
Camouflaging it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm great at camouflage.
Follow-up question. If you
Yes.
camouflaged it, how does that prevent other people from knowing that it can't be touched?
It's so hidden, it's far away, and you can't see it.
Okay.
I take a liberal approach with it,
Oh.
and not politically aligned. I just kind of make sure that like I'm very overt about what needs to happen. I share that with people. I make sure
I
everyone's
see.
aware that like these are delicate things that we need to work with. That the touch is delicate, and make sure that everyone's kind of aligned there. And my favorite thing is to put little stickers on that say "fragile."
Oh, okay. Fragile. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Fragile.
Fragile. That's a Christmas story reference. Now, on top of that, there's risks with the job.
Sure.
How do you feel about the curses?
The curses.
Well, I'm hot because I'm a calendar model, so
Oh.
as
Okay.
long as I keep my looks, I'm good.
Yeah, I have really loose morals, and so I'm more than
Fucking
happy to jump
incredible.
into like whatever we get and whatever we kind of run into. So if there are curses in place that like people aren't super feeling, then I'm like happy to dive in and take those.
Okay. Some of these locations are kind of weird. Just going to be fully transparent that you're going to be potentially traveling to. Some of the cultures also deal with cannibalism. So I'm curious how you're going to deal with the cannibals.
I always keep a stash of candy just in case.
Oh.
So
How are they going to like that if they might want to eat
No,
you?
it's for me.
Okay.
Oh, it's so good. Candy.
That's sure how you eat candy.
Ice cream's so good.
Cannibals.
Yeah, a lot of people would say that cannibals exist as a part of a counterculture movement.
Okay.
And so while, I may not directly align with their goals and needs, I do understand what it means to be part of a countercultural system. I am lumber sexual. I know that you can't ask me to say that, but I will volunteer the information for the record.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people give me weird looks when I'm, chopping that good wood and then loving it afterwards. And so
putting it on TikTok.
Yeah, and put it on TikTok. And then so basically what I'm saying is I could really identify with the cannibals and then also help them chop down trees to make spike traps for the people they want to eat.
Okay. Final question. This one throws a little curveball. What's your favorite part of history?
Every part, especially if there's pictures, because I love my camera collection.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna say something like World War II or something because that's like very typical here. But I think World War II is literally the worst. And so my favorite part is definitely the Roman Empire.
Jesus Christ!
Not
I think about it every day. Specifically the aqueducts.
Okay, can you remind me of your characteristics really quick?
Yeah, I like cameras. I have lots of candy. I'm hot. I camouflage things, and I have a cane.
Okay.
Yeah, I live with my parents. I take a liberal approach to most things. I have really loose morals for those curious. I am lumber sexual. And then also, I think about World War II being literally the worst.
This is so hard because you had the pathway, both of you, to make this go really well for the archaeologist job. But I think Brandon did a better job at pitching things, but you had better characteristics, so I will go with Brandon on this one. You were very close. If you had said, I have candy and I will give it to the cannibals to say their things.
No, it's me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm eating it.
If you had said something along that line, I might have changed my mind.
It's candied human remains.
Ew, no. Stop. That's disgusting.
It's like candied bacon. Stop it, Peter. Stop it with the cannibals.
Peter.
No, I'm going to go from the bottom today.
Peter, you would.
Hey! That's not very nice.
It's literally nothing.
I know, you're just being silly.
It means nothing.
Okay. I'm going to go on ChatGPT to get specific questions.
Oh, God.
Because it's going to be fun.
I already have 5.
You're telling me I just dealt these for no reason?
Oh, no, they're for Ashley. Perfect.
Okay.
There's another 5. Oh.
I've already had this one.
Just this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know I'm going to say it that way.
Well, you have to.
Yeah.
It's illegal not to.
It's so true. Otherwise, it gets revoked.
Right. And then what are you going to do? Suffer.
Actually, I love that you need ChatGPT to ask these questions.
I need some ideas. Okay. All right. Plug your ears.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I forgot about that part.
The position is an auctioneer. All right, we're good.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, thank you for round 2 showing up for round 2 of this position. I'm very excited to continue working with you and understanding how you might be able to fill in this position for our company. A lot of this position really does include the art of the sale. How are your marketing skills? How can you best market yourself as a marketer?
You go first.
Go. People tend to meet me, and when they meet me, they think that my charisma riz, if you will, is smooth like butter. And so I do a really good job of like connecting with people, making sure they feel comfortable, and that of course leads to being able to kind of finish the job and close the sale to make sure that everyone is walking out of here happy.
Okay.
See, on my end, I'm a little opposite in the sense of I think when people come in to have something sold to them, they already have an idea of what they want. Okay, but maybe there's a mental block. And you know what I'm here to be? I'm here to be the little devil on their shoulder that says, "Do it, do the little thing." I'm here to be the devil's advocate and say, "Go buy the thing."
Okay.
Okay.
Now, also with this, you do often have to sell maybe some interesting items that you don't often see in your day-to-day.
Sure.
What we sell is very varied.
Mhm.
I'm going to throw you into a scenario. You have to now sell a decoder ring.
Oh, a
Go.
decoder ring. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So one of my greatest features is the fact that I can't lie. And so when I'm sharing information about this decoder ring, they'll know for sure that I'm being truthful with it. And so like I would walk up to them, I'd place the decoder ring on their finger.
I'm looking something up. Keep going.
Wow, we're doing research live. And so I would make sure the decoder ring fits them well. I'd make sure they feel comfortable with it. And then I would help them decode their first message. And they'd be like, oh, wow, this really works because this person can't lie to me. And so I'd know for certain that they're going to, lead me to the right direction.
So I'm Buddhist. And I know so many of the texts can be in multiple languages. So I would have a practical session about the decoder ring being helpful, not just in the application of how it's normally used, but how it might be used for religious or spiritual reasons as well.
Very cool. Well, in this environment in the workplace, you do often have to have very quick interactions.
Sure.
In which the environment changes. How fast can you talk?
Oh, how fast can I talk?
Important.
I'm really good at talking. And I do it so much and so fast that sometimes I forget other aspects of self-care. And so I do have a cavity right now. But that kind of shows my dedication to focusing on the job versus other practices in my life to make sure that we make sure we get the job done.
Adversity.
Exactly. And so I can talk really quickly. I can make sure everything's going well. I can do that. And I can hold off for a long time, regardless of my own needs.
I can talk really fast as well. Not only do I talk really fast, I can say whatever I want because I have diplomatic immunity. So I will say anything to make the sale.
Very interesting.
I will threaten people.
There may be multiple parties going for what you specifically are selling. How good are you at interacting and multitasking?
Well, I am really good at interacting with multiple parties because ultimately I can repel some for the moment and then bring them back in when I so feel. Specifically, I can repel dingoes. I have dingo repellent.
Oh, that's fun. I actually can't feel anything. And so I have no problem multitasking or running against multiple people competing at the same time. Emotionally, physically, I don't feel any certain type of way toward them. And so if I need to, be talking to two people at once and they kind of feel weird about that, I don't care. If I need to kind of compete against multiple people, I will trip someone to make sure that I get ahead. Metaphorically.
Any final questions?
No, I think that's it.
Well, one last thing.
I'll let
one
there
last
be
thing.
some final remarks or any questions for me.
I'm really good at bringing the people in because I have a full buffet.
Oh,
Important.
yeah.
It's an equalizer. Everybody likes food.
I am curious how you feel about capes because I do like to wear one occasionally.
Dress code is fluid with the company, so I feel like a cape would be acceptable.
Perfect.
You guys were interviewing for an auctioneer position.
Got it.
I see.
I think Brandon definitely won by working through adversity with a cavity. I feel like that'd be a really big issue.
Not the diplomatic immunity.
No, I mean, I don't really think
Sneak
that
some
matters.
curse words in there.
Although the buffet was really compelling.
The buffet is pretty compelling.
Once you said the buffet, I was like, that's going to bring a lot of people in.
Yeah, I was going to say you get
But
a lot
the devil's
of opinions.
advocacy, man. They were like, I don't want to keep fucking doing shit. I just want points.
That's true.
Do we want to do one more round or should we do it for the Patreon?
We can do another round.
One more round and then more Patreon stuff in a little bit.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect way to end. Thank you.
Wait,
Are we doing a full round?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
This is too many. Oh, actually, I want that one. Nope.
It has to be random.
No.
It has to be random.
Actually, it worked out.
It has to be fair. Okay, we gotta
I don't
unplug
want
our
it to be
ears.
fair. I want it to be funny.
I mean, it'll always be fun.
The job they're applying for is adult store cashier.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, friends.
All right,
Cool.
welcome to the third round of this interview. It's been
I have too many cards.
well,
Pick one.
you got to count better.
Okay. Put it back.
Oh my god.
So I think first I would like to hear the way that you would approach greeting every customer as they walk through our doors, kind of like give us your little taste of your personality, some of the ways that you build rapport, all that fun stuff.
You know, I am a woman of safety.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think, well, I don't think I want to hand it to them. I think I would like to just have a bowl of condoms available for everyone, because it's always good to be safety first.
Sure.
On the outward side of me, I am pleasant. But internally, I have a cold black heart.
Oh, okay.
Okay? It gets me through the day.
Could be useful. Yeah.
Could be useful.
Yeah.
I'm unfeeling.
Okay.
So,
Good to know. Okay.
in case somebody pisses me off, I'm ready.
That's important to be ready to handle that in this environment that could happen.
Yeah.
A lot of people may feel uncomfortable the first time coming in,
Okay.
or even on repeated visits, they may feel a little uncomfortable just because of the nature of what we do. So I want to make sure that you feel, capable of showing people around, interacting with different products, maybe demonstrating them for them. Making sure that they're welcomed and able to navigate the space.
Well, I am very wise. I have a lot of experience just with my age, because I am a cougar. So,
okay.
yeah, I'm sure I'll definitely be sure to make it a very welcoming environment.
Perfect.
I will, which one of these do I want to use? Can you repeat the question?
A lot of people may
Little
feel
nervous.
uncomfortable on their time, so we make sure that
yes.
you feel capable
So
of like
true.
interacting with them through
Gynecologist?
the play.
Well, so I feel uncomfortable most days too. As well, and
love
and
this.
so a part of it is relating to them, and so I'll just show them my comb over, and how that makes me really uncomfortable when people point it out. But
Okay.
if they point it out, then I feel I can relate.
Yeah. I'm curious, before, this interview process and before we begin today, you've been here a couple times now for the interviews. But I'm curious how many times before you've come to our location, or you've been to locations similar to this, or, just kind of like what your adventurous nature brings you to, if not our store, like what other types of adventurous situations you might find yourself in.
Well, I have communed with the fish to learn more about this position, and it's really exciting to me.
Yeah.
And what they had to say was really positive.
Look, I have done a lot of research into various companies such as yours. And my biggest value is that your company is conservative. So,
Yes.
way too many liberals around.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Another thing that I do worry about a little bit is that sometimes our clientele needs a little bit of privacy for a certain amount of time, and we want to make sure that they are capable of having that. But then also you're responsible potentially for a little bit of cleanup in those spaces as well. So I'm curious, like, what your experience with cleaning up after people is.
Oh boy, howdy! I have so much experience because I worked in a club.
Got it. Okay. Very
I've
cool.
cleaned up in the most egregious and disgusting places on earth. People tried to be private in not so private places, so I know how to provide the privacy, but also clean up after it.
I gotta confess, I really hate cleaning, but that's okay. I will work through that.
That's fair. That's understandable.
That is a point of growth for me.
Yeah, a woman of your age, I get it. You've been cleaning for a while, so it's interesting. Okay. Last question. Just because we even though we have a lot of really strict and steadfast conservative values here, we do also work with some more advanced technologies or futuristic things, and so just curious how comfortable you are working with things like cyborgs or items that may feel similar to that.
Oh, it's fine because I as well have personal enhancements.
Got it.
Specifically, I have claws.
Oh, okay.
Big meaty ones.
Okay.
Big meaty claws.
See, I am very technically proficient because I've been convicted of cyber war crimes.
Oh.
So, if you need any technical or like behind the scenes work, I'm very willing to help out.
Good to know. Good to know. We don't, but good to know.
I'm definitely going to be using my powers for good now. I've
Good.
seen an error in my ways.
All right. Well, based on our conversation,
Can I guess
today,
what the position is?
Yeah.
Walmart greeter.
No. No. Based on the conversations, based on the qualifications that you've both presented today, I am going to say that this job was going to go to Ashley.
Fuck, really?
Yeah, you started off really, really strong, and I think that you would make a great adult store cashier.
Aw. I have a comb over, though.
I have the condoms.
She has condoms, is a cougar, and
That's true. And I'm convicted felon.
yeah, and so you can't work at Walmart.
You're telling me you don't want somebody who has worked in a
that was
club and has
perfect.
big meaty claws?
No, you gotta have delicate little fingies to work in a sex store.
That's
Some people like the
hilarious.
meat.
You're not using them on other people.
You don't know.
I do know.
I gotta demonstrate
It's illegal.
to you.
It's my store.
That's true.
That's hilarious that got pulled.
Yeah.
I love that you prepared for the job by getting a big bowl of condoms.
I
No.
brought my own.
They said
I wanted to
I
review
brought
them
my
with you.
own. Oh, we gotta unplug.
Oh, I don't like this one.
Okay, pull another one.
Yeah,
then.
I've gotten rid of one of mine because I don't like it.
I don't like this one either.
Do another one.
Okay.
Okay.
This is doable.
Say it.
All right. This one time, Ashley and Brandon are going to be interviewing for personal trainer. They also making silly faces.
Mostly so I can't even hear the ba-ba-bas you do.
I'm definitely using this one as a wrench. Into things. All right. Thank you so much for coming in today. I know it is a busy noon.
Yep.
But
that's kind of the part of the course. It's
just reading these. I'm so sorry.
But thank you so much for coming in today. I'd love to know about your personal journey in this field of work.
Yeah, so it started out a little different than most, I would say.
Oh,
but
yeah?
I don't know for sure. Maybe we'll find out. We have a lot of similar grounds today. But before I dove into like this world, I was a chronic masturbator, and I had a lot of troubles. had a lot of struggles keeping my life in order. But I found myself in a better position now that like I have a lot more time and a lot more freedom to explore careers and make sure that I'm present and steady for the job.
Okay. Very good. Thank you for being so vulnerable.
You're
there.
welcome. Yeah, I know you can't ask, but I want to make sure that I.
No, for sure. I appreciate
share.
the vulnerability here.
My journey here was via jetpack. Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah. I just got here to the interview via jetpack. That's it.
Can you just kind of describe some of your physical assets? I think, like where would you say physically your strengths lie?
Ooh, it depends on how you define strengths. I think strengths all come in all different shapes and sizes. Physically, though, I would describe myself mostly as clammy.
Oh.
So yeah, a little bit moist.
Okay.
A little, hard to deal with, hard to manage, but it's me, and I love that journey for me.
Okay.
I have no physical strength. I do know, however, how to wield a chainsaw.
It takes a little bit of strength.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting choices.
You just gotta get a harness with
Part
it.
of this job, it beyond your physical strength, physicality, beyond your personal journey towards this line of work, is also working with clients, right? So part of it is working with them, helping them set and achieve realistic goals. So I'm curious, like, tell me about how you've done that in the past, or how you might do that here.
I take my goals and I give them a good old KO.
Oh,
Yeah.
how do you do that
I
without
kick
physical
its
strength?
ass.
How do you do that without physical strength?
Well, I am just plain stupid, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you I passed. I'm not going to repeat it at this point. But so some of my personal goals involve a little bit of restraint, as well as making sure. And so I have consistently worn a chastity belt for years now. And so, I really have the drive and the passion and the motivation to make sure that like whatever I need to better myself is in place, and to be.
I am very good at self-restraint. I am proficient in chains.
Yeah. I also, for a brief time, because I was so busy with other activities, I was unfortunately on a crash diet. And so, again, motivation to be able to go after the things that I need. I know it's not the most healthy example. It's not really healthy at all, but I'm just letting you know that my mindset does work in ways where I go all in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, some of our clients have complained about afflictions that affect their ability to perform in the setting that we do. Specifically, they've noted some of the clients you would be working with have irritable bowel syndrome.
Got it.
So I'm curious how you might deal with that on the day-to-day working with them.
Well, I'm too stupid to understand what the hell that means, so.
That's fair.
Okay.
No,
it'd be a more collaborative effort.
Okay.
I get it. I also have some chronic issues that I've been dealing with.
As
It's not IBS, of course, but
Clamminess.
it's clinical depression. And so
Oh my god.
yeah, and so I can talk to them, and kind of relate to them on that personal level of,
Okay.
daily medication.
I love this character.
Prepping for different things, kind of making sure that they feel comfortable talking about their vulnerabilities, and I can also share mine to kind of, build that trust in that space.
It's incredible.
I'll be fully transparent as an employer. You both have bombed this interview so badly.
Feels inappropriate to say to our faces.
Well, I'm giving you some critical
I
feedback.
think I really
Didn't ask
knocked
for it.
this out of the park. KO. Hiya.
I'm just gonna, but I'm gonna give you one last chance.
Sure.
I'm gonna give you one last chance to redeem yourself. So your how am I gonna have you redeem yourself? What was the last thing you described?
Clinical depression.
Clinical depression. I'm gonna give you each a follow-up. Are you willing and ready to be teachable despite your stupidity?
Sure.
Okay. What kinds of things do you want to learn about? What kind of professional development do you want to have?
I mean, it'd be nice to not just wield only a chainsaw.
Other tools. Nice.
That's
Other
fair.
tools.
Other tools are
Let
helpful.
me be a tool for your company.
Okay. And for you, how are you not going to trauma dump on these people?
Oh, no. I've learned to conceal, don't feel with the chastity belt, bestie.
Oh,
I don't
see.
trauma dump or I don't dump
see.
any kind on people at this point anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know because the clients are feeling the dumps.
Yeah, no, I like to let you know about my clinical depression for like accommodations and certain things that may be needed. But no. But it does not manifest in front of the clients. Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So I think the position, unfortunately, is going to go to Brandon, despite the lack of qualifications for a personal trainer job.
I'm ripped.
But I think the fact that you have no physical strength and I'm plain stupid and you're plain stupid really is bad. We have some things to work on with the masturbation.
It's over now. I wear a chastity belt.
I know, but I think clients will have a lot of questions.
My forearms look great.
one of the things is that with jacked forearms for mine, but I didn't want to make it too kind of.
Yeah, would have been right on.
Be funny.
I also had Italian accent. That could have been
that's fun.
I'm like, how can you put on an Italian accent?
Molto bello.
Okay.
Good job, squad.
One
One
more.
more, because Ash.
Oh.
Gimme.
Give me a
Gimme
man.
your man after
Can I have like a stack? I want to like look.
There's only 11 left.
She just gets the one.
Okay.
And then there's a bunch more. There's a bunch more.
Oh, okay.
We just didn't take them all out. Thanks. I'm just gonna. Do I have to act this one out?
No, that is unacceptable.
I'll say it was former.
Yes, that is okay.
Something I worked through.
Give it the Glee storyline.
Oh my god, literally. Okay, we're ready.
I think this one takes the cake.
I put your one
Okay.
black card there because we only had
my
one left.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. This is
Fun,
gonna be
fun
very
challenge
good.
for you too.
No.
Wait,
This
you
is
have
gonna
to
be
say
very
it.
good.
You have to say it.
I
Oh
know.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah. The position, which is real funny, is a gynecologist. We're good.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much. We've really vetted you and see all of your qualifications with your degrees.
Okay.
And your
Plural?
extensive hands-on training. So really, we're just seeing if your personality really fits the job in our institution.
Okay.
Really, a lot of this does pertain to a lot of patient care.
Okay.
So you will be, what is your bedside manner?
Oh, patient care.
Yes.
I thought you meant like, oh, you have to have patience.
No.
I see.
Patient care, what is your bedside manner?
My hunger for good vibrations and helping people and making sure they have the
Holistic
best bedside manner is insatiable. And so I do my best every day to make sure that all of my clients are receiving the best care that they possibly can.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, vibrations are kind of like how I measure the vibe of the room.
Do you
to
use
make sure it's
physical
going.
vibrations as well?
No, unfortunately not. It's not something I've been trained in.
That
I'd
could
love
be sometimes problematic. But
Yeah, but if we're thinking like sound baths, like I'd love to learn about that
sound bath.
to give some like
Interesting.
alternative options to our clientele. It's not our main course of action, but like it's good to have options.
I've worked through a lot of different things in my life personally. One of those things is that I did have a lisp that I have worked through. I no longer have it.
How wonderful.
And so similarly to how our patients are working through their own things, I will
Sometimes.
have that patience to work through that because this is a multi-year kind of.
I'm
deal.
gonna throw you through a situation with a new patient.
Okay.
This is an intake session where you're really just getting to know them and their needs. And you're exploring a part of their body that is very cavernous. What do you do?
Okay, first I need to assess whether or not it is a cesspool or not. I have experience working
It's
through
very
them.
important.
Okay, and cesspools, they're nasty. We don't want our bodies to be nasty, so I gotta work through the cesspool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for better or worse, I was blessed with a body when I was born that was also cavernous.
Wow.
So as I grew and developed, I was constantly made fun of and, ridiculed and, tormented and had a lot of fun. But what I did as an adult is I went through and I got implants in a lot of different spots to kind of fill me out and make sure that I'm not as cavernous. So when I'm dealing with patients who have similar afflictions, similar personalities, I can really relate to how they've done and how they've grown.
Follow-up questions for both of your answers. For implants, are you willing to install implants?
Am I willing to install
within
implants?
our patients?
Yeah, I'm.
If so, where?
I've been a little indecisive on my specialty of where I'd like to install implants, but I'm willing to learn for where they go. I think most specifically, I really prefer implants in like the calves or maybe the triceps. I think that's an underrated area that people don't think about too much. But
all right, not always relevant, but interesting to know. That could be an area of research, maybe outside of your practice.
A niche.
For you, said you deal with cesspools.
Yeah,
now,
I've dealt with
some
them.
of the things that are in or come out of patients are very cesspool like.
Yeah.
How comfortable are you with smells or fluid?
I'm so great at
or
fluids.
just unsavory medical situations.
I'm so good at fluids and being ready for them because I constantly am hungover. Okay, I know how to deal with puke and still show up and show out for an interview. So if my patient's hungover and is dealing with fluids in all orifices, I'm ready. I got my Pedialyte on deck.
Ooh,
very cool.
tasty.
Very good. Now a lot of our patients, this is a very sensitive area of their health. So that being said, how discreet are you to make a comfortable setting in your practice? And how often do you follow HIPAA?
Oh, I always follow HIPAA, of course, to make sure we're following guidelines of everything's included there. And then one of the practices that I have with my patients is I let them fill out their documents in invisible ink. And so only I have the light that can read the invisible ink. And so, they can kind of tell whatever they want without fear of, anybody going through their file, being able to read it and understand it. It is a little bit more difficult, but I make sure that like I'm accessible and make sure that I can kind of be there, provide those resources for people and help share the knowledge.
Okay.
I run a tight ship. Okay. Quite literally, I am a captain. On top of my medical degree, I also have a certification in shipping.
Oh.
Okay. In captaining. And so therefore I run my staff like a tight ship, and so not a single word is gonna be peeped out of those other staff members. I will be like Captain Sandy, sorry, not Captain Lee, and say I will throw you out of this boat.
It's very Captain Lee. Captain Sandy would give them a hug and say,
Well,
we'll do better next time.
I'm Captain Sandy with my patients. I'm Captain Lee with my staff.
That's fair.
I will fucking end you.
Yeah.
Very cool. Do you guys have any ending remarks or questions for?
No,
us
I
as
just
an
like to really
institution?
thank you with a limp handshake.
Yeah,
You pulled some of my discards.
I do again want to kind of jump on the question of accommodations as well. Though I've managed to attain multiple degrees at this point, I've gone through it. I am actually functionally illiterate, and so we do need accommodations as well as. Well, because we have audio transcriptions now, and we have ways that are recorded there. We have ways that we can make sure. I just want to make sure
So
that
your nurse will probably need the lights to read the records.
Well, no. They can be read audibly, even with yeah. So they write them, but then
Is it
we
like
have
a decoder that just
exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't
Well,
know how you got through med school.
Had to take some
It was
time to
rough.
think about this as you were interviewing to be a gynecologist.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, you guys both did some good things. I think Brandon probably won because he can relate with having many cavernous things in his body. But the cesspool was really.
Sometimes you have a cesspool.
Sometimes you have a cesspool.
Sometimes you have a cesspool of a pussy.
Cesspussy.
The implants were also really fun.
Yeah. I don't know
In the
where
calves.
Where do you put an implant there?
I was gonna say, where would a gynecologist be responsible for implants? I guess you could have like a kind of like a collapsed pelvic area that maybe you want to think about that, or
Botox.
Botox.
Keep it tight.
Keep that
Sure.
pussy tight.
There's a full reconstructive procedure, and I think that's wild, but I love it for people who want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
But anyway, it's time to roll for wrap up.
How does that work?
So let me tell you, Brandon, it works in the sense of we are rolling to wrap up. First, we're going to roll to see who wraps us up. Then we roll to see how they wrap us up. And then we roll to see what our topic is for next week.
Perfect.
You can see some charts on the screen.
Ashley's gonna do
Ashley's going to wrap us up. What she's going to do.
This.
She's going to...
Too far away. A throwback or fun anecdote
Yeah, what
or
was your
story.
fun anecdote or story?
I'm getting a little hungry, but I'm thinking about those shrimp chips that I was dipping into buffalo chicken dip.
Ashley had a lot of fun in the last
Buffalo-
episode.
That was in a Patreon, and you should watch it. It was
Buffalo
really good.
shrimp and dip.
It was so good. I have.
Buffalo scrimps.
I bought.
I would. Oh, sorry. Go
I
ahead.
bought more buffalo chicken dip, and I have more shrimp chips, so I
Nice.
might eat some later. But yeah,
I will say my favorite kind of shrimp because I don't eat shrimp very often, but my favorite kind of shrimp is like a spicy kind of like the bang bang shrimp
it
type
was
thing.
good.
Yeah, that's good. It's
Cool.
good stuff. Now we're going to roll for our next topic. Their next topic is on our screen, so take a second.
We've rolled a 5.
We're
We need to run the
That's
stats.
so stupid. We're re-rolling that.
Oh my god,
five
we just
again.
rolled
Roll
wait,
another
okay.
5.
But while they're rolling on
Okay.
our screen is the table of topics. What did we roll?
Number 7, which is wrong answers only. So we're going to give really bad advice about different questions and topics that come up.
Do we read Reddit stories and give them that advice?
Yes, we can.
Well, maybe we'll do that for like a small segment. But
Or we can pull advice columns and give the bad advice. I'm going to pull
We'll
from
do
these
that. We can
advice
also ask some
columns.
friends if they have questions they'd like us to think through. So
It'll be
Advice
good.
of
Yeah.
things that they're dealing with. But well, you'll see us next week with that. In the meantime, go, like I said, in our doobly-doo in our description, and you'll see our Patreon link for more content. We're going to keep playing the game a little bit more, maybe throw some different curveballs, change the rules. We don't know. But we'll see you next week for our next topic, and we hope you have a lovely day.
bye.